Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to a super interesting video wherein we are going to talk about top 5 companies who have come up with good quarterly results. I'm sure you might be like, what is happening? Because in the thumbnail you might have seen that the podium has only 3 places, but I said that we are going to discuss about 5 companies, but bigger the better, right? More the merrier. So what we are going to do is instead of 3 companies, we are going to discuss 5 companies. But how did I come up with these companies, or how did I shortlist these companies? For that, of course, I used Screener and I put a filter wherein the following parameters were set. The very first one was QOQ sales is more than 25%. The second one is QOQ profits is more than 20%. And the last one is ROCE, that is return on capital employed, is more than 15%. Just in case if you did not understand these parameters, I'll just give you a quick explanation on these. First of all, what am I checking? That Q4, as in the March ended quarter numbers, sales numbers should be more than 25% as compared to the December quarter. If I'm talking about profit, this quarter profit should be more than 20% of the previous profit, and overall ROC should be more than 15%. So before I take up all the companies in today's discussion, I would want to quickly thank Radhika and Sharmili Sen for their wonderful comments. So before we move on with the companies, let me tell you that whatever parameters that we have used today is specifically focusing on companies whose quarterly results are better. But what I have come up with is a 10-pointer theory wherein in my course on fundamental analysis I have explained as to how can you find out fundamentally strong stocks very easily using websites like Screener. So don't forget to invest in knowledge, and for that you can also use the coupon code CARRYT. Now with that, let's move on to the 5 companies that we are going to discuss today, and the very first one is Varun Beverages Limited. Now what does this company do? It's obviously into the beverages industry and it is one of the largest franchisee of PepsiCo in the world, but I'm talking about outside USA situation, right? This company typically manufactures, distributes and sells what? Two types of drinks. One is a carbonated drink, something like this, and one like a non-carbonated beverage, something like this. Okay, now that the basic model is clear, let's focus on the numbers. If you check the previous quarter's top line, that is nothing but the revenue was 2214 crores and it jumped to 3893 crores. That's a big jump of almost 75.83% in the top line. If I talk about the EBITDA margin, that has jumped from 14% to 20%. If I talk about the net profit, that has jumped control by 435%. Its ROCE, if you remember, we had taken a filter of 15%, but its ROCE is 27.8%. Before we move on to the second company, let me tell you one important point about Varun Beverages. Like you saw that there was a huge jump in the net profit of 435%. Now why? Because this is kind of a seasonal business and the December quarter has always been weak. Want to check that? Have a look at this. You can very clearly see that every single time December quarters have shown less profitability and less sale numbers. Let's move on with the second company, and that is NMDC. Well, this is a company which is a Navratna public sector undertaking which operates under the Ministry of Steel under Government of India, and it is the single largest producer of iron ore in India. What does it do? It owns and operates highly mechanized iron ore mines in the 2 states of Chhattisgarh and Karnataka. So, like in the previous company, you understood, okay, Varun Beverages is mainly into manufacturing, basically, producing, distributing and selling what? Beverages. Similarly, what does this company do? This company is basically the single largest producer of iron ore and they are going to sell it as per the needs of the clients. Now, if I were to talk about the financial numbers for this company, their revenue has jumped up as compared to the previous quarter. It has jumped up by 57.28%. If I'm talking about the EBITDA margin, that has jumped from 31% to 37%. Net profit has jumped by 148% and the company is generating an ROCE of 21.1%. Well, the third company was formed as a joint venture between the Timken company and Tisco, that is nothing but Tata Steel, and the name of the company is Timken India Limited. This was incorporated back in 1987, and this company is mainly into manufacturing, distributing, and the sale of anti-friction bearings, accessories, components, and few other related products. Right now, if I were to talk about the financials, their top line, that is the revenue numbers, have increased by 31.85%. EBITDA has jumped. The EBITDA margin has jumped from 17% to 19%. Net profit has jumped by 47.88%. But there is one thing which is absolutely at the same level. And what is that? The number of likes in this video. So if you want to increase the number of likes, what do you have to do? Just pause the video, smash the like button so that the ROCE, the return on capital employed of our channel, also increases. And the ROCE of this company, by the way, is 28%. Let's move on with the fourth company, and that is Bharat Electronics Limited. Well, this company is also a Navratna PSU, and it falls under the Ministry of Defense under Government of India. What does this company do? This company manufactures state-of-the-art products and systems for whom? For Indian Army, for Indian Navy, and Indian Air Force. To go into a little bit specifics, this company basically comes up with products and services with relation to homeland security solutions, railway and metro solutions, airport solutions, and all of these. So if you want, you can just hit pause and just check out what all other products and services this company specifically has to offer. Coming to the financials, there is a revenue growth where there is a jump of almost 56% on a QOQ basis. EBITDA has jumped from 21% to 28%. If I were to talk about net profit, that has jumped by 125%, and their ROCE is at 30%. And the fifth company is, can't read it. I'm not going to tell you which is the fifth company. If you want to know about this company, what you have to do is visit our website rachanaranade.com, go to the blog section, and that's where I have disclosed the fifth company. Just read at least a little bit. 4 companies I have directly told you. So that is the simple step that you have to do. I'll also give the link of this blog in the description box and in the pinned comment. Do let me know if you like this type of content wherein I filter out certain good fundamentally strong companies based on certain criteria. Needless to say that this is not at all a stock recommendation, but this gives us an idea about fundamentally strong companies based on certain parameters. If you loved this video, don't forget to share it with your friends. And if you have really liked the video, ensure that you have smashed that like button as well, right? If you want to know more about the German recession, you can click here. And if you want to know more about how to analyze banks, you can click here. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.